Nintendo kills it in sales, and THQ responds to Darksiders 3. Let's jump into it. Welcome to episode number 25 of Diggity, the video game podcast. I'm your host, Jeff James. As always, with me is the luscious, the bodacious, the crustaceous, the notorious, the Lucius, the incredible, the undeniable, the untouchable, the glorious, the inglorious. What's this, Brody? Can you be glorious and inglorious at the same time? I don't know. You be the judge of that, internet.
Yeah.
Have fun with that one.
That's really getting long, buddy. That's gonna take up half our show before too long.
That's all right. That's content, man. That's content creation.
Content.
You know, it's also content. Following us on Instagram, because we make content on Instagram. You can follow us at Diggity Podcast on Instagram. We post about video games. What? No way. Holy crap. And that's actually pretty cool now because there's enough people following us on Instagram where there's actually conversations. Like you posted today about Skyward Sword, which we'll get into that in a little bit. And someone responded, like we're actually having conversation.
I know, it's fantastic.
It doesn't make any sense.
It's so much better than posting something up there and just not getting anything. It's like crickets, like, oh, we like it, but not enough to comment.
Yeah.
So
people like us. They like us. If you really like us, you can subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen, Radio Public, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, wherever, man. We're there. Just follow us. Subscribe to us. Do whatever you need to do. We'll find you. And today's podcast is brought to you by Audible. You can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial by heading on over to audibletrial.com/diggity. You get access to over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or your MP3 player. My personal choice this week is Walter the Farting Dog Farts Again.
Oh, God.
You know, I've given people substance. I've given people knowledge. I've chosen things like Ready Player One to go to fantastical, unimaginative lands through the power and beauty of audiobooks. I've said that one could transport themselves into the mind of Donald Trump and hear his poetry. I've also tried to share the knowledge of Creativity Inc., the book, with Pixar. And today, I throw everything away and I waste your time by telling you that Walter the Farting Dog Farts Again is a must listen to. And you might say, but Jeff, I don't want to spend money on Walter the Farting Dog Farts Again. Guess what? You don't have to. You don't have to, motherfucker. Because you can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial by heading over to audibletrial.com/diggity. That's right. We took all the risk out of Walter the Farting Dog Farts Again for you. We take that on. That's incredible. So head on over to audibletrial.com/diggity. Hit that up. Let us know on Instagram. Walter the Farting Dog Farts Again. Worth it? I don't know. Haven't read it myself. Just found it today and said, man, that's a book I want to sell. As always, thank you to the Amazon team and the Audible team for sponsoring the podcast.
And putting up with our bullshit.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jeff Bezos. Diggity deals, before we get into kind of news, this is the Thursday show, my bros. So I have a couple Diggity deals here. Cyber Monday has become Cyber Week. Just as Black Friday has become like, hey, it's on Thanksgiving, and then I started seeing stuff like, hey, stuff's gonna be on sale on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So it just keeps creeping up day by day.
It's getting out of hand.
Pretty soon it's gonna start on Halloween.
Might as well.
Yeah, might as well.
Then it's just gonna be a full year, and then the economy resets, and then now we have a new Black Friday, and it'll be like Pink Friday or something. I don't know.
Pink Friday?
Yeah, why not?
And everything Pink Floyd goes on sale. Deals. So let's just break it down. These are deals that you can still get part of Cyber Week. So the consoles, you can get the Nintendo DS Super Mario Maker Edition for $79.99 at Best Buy. It's a $40 off value. You can get Xbox One X 1 terabyte edition for $3.99 on the Microsoft Store. It's $100 off. It's pretty sweet. You can get the Nintendo Switch plus a free eMatic wired controller, which is like third-party Pro controller. You can get that for $2.99 at Walmart. You can get all Nintendo Switch Labo kits are 2 for $100 at Best Buy. So you save about $40 to $50 off there, depending upon what Labo kits you pick up. In terms of the Vidya games, Destiny 2 Forsaken Legendary Collection on PS4 is $37.15 at Walmart. What the fuck is wrong with people when they put like 15 cents? There's something.
No, I don't.
Come on,
I don't
Walmart.
know.
Just get rid of the 15 cents.
Just drop it. It'll be fine.
Dicks. $23 off Grand Theft Auto 5 on PS4 and Xbox One. $19.99 at Target. It's $10 off. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds on Xbox One, also $19.99 at Target. It's $10 off. Battlefield 5 on PS4 and Xbox One at $30 at Target. $30 off. That's huge. Battlefield 5's on sale. Are you kidding me?
No. Nope.
Okay. Which is sad because I wrote these. I wrote the deals in the show notes. You wrote some of the other. You wrote most of the other show notes. I wrote the deals, and I'm now just seeing this. Madden NFL 19 and FIFA 19 bundle on PS4 and Xbox One. $70 at Target, which is $40 off. It's a weird bundle to me because I feel like people who play football and then people who play soccer or other people in the world call it football. They don't really play both those sports.
No, yeah, they don't usually go hand in hand.
Could be wrong.
Well, that's because most high schools make you choose. Like in middle school, you can get away with playing both, but once you get to high school, you have to either choose to play soccer or high school. At least around here, soccer or football. At least around here, just because we don't have great weather all year round. So it's
they missed out on a big opportunity.
Like California.
They missed a big opportunity with this.
Oh,
you could, if the balls were replaced, so there's a football, like a soccer ball in football, and a football in soccer.
That's
for these editions.
That'd be really something. Have you ever tried to kick a football? Like just like punt it, like just straight up kick it.
Yeah, it goes all over the fucking place. It's a mess.
Yeah, it's all.
That'd be great. You imagine that? You're trying to dribble that. You're trying to do drills down the fucking field or whatever. You get to the end there, you go to kick it, and the thing goes flying into the field, into the stands.
Yeah, and then football with a soccer ball, that wouldn't be terrible.
I mean, you just be like overhand throws.
Right.
You wouldn't be spiraling it.
It'd be kind of like rugby. It'd be kind of like rugby in a way.
A little bit, yeah.
Closer to rugby.
Last deal is Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle on Switch, $32 on Amazon, which is a $48 off value. That's also the Ultimate Edition, by the way. And with that, Brody, nice. Do you want to get into the PlayStation Plus games for December?
Yeah, man. So the free PlayStation Plus games for December for PlayStation 4 are Soma and Onrush. And then also Star Wars Battlefront 2 has been added to the EA Access Vault on Xbox because that's the only place EA Access exists. So it might be coming to EA Origins. I am not positive on that, though. As far as I know, it is on EA Access on the Vault.
Mm-hmm.
So that means if you are a EA Access member, you can now play it for free.
And both games on PlayStation, just to rewind there, Onrush 92% and Soma 10 out of 10 on Steam and 84% on Metacritic. So
nice. Both sound like very good games. Yeah,
good games, good offerings.
I know nothing about either of them.
Kind of late for Star Wars Battlefront 2, honestly, on EA Access. I feel like that's
I think that's come and gone. It's been on sale for like $10 for months now.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if it's really a sale at that point, but yeah, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. We tried it. We didn't like it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
This is true. Okay, cool. So let's just jump into the news. THQ Nordic is responding quite well to the mixed reviews of Darksiders 3 recently. So far, Darksiders 3 has received Metacritic scores of 72 on PC and 71 on Xbox One and 66 on PS4, which last time I checked, Xbox One and PS4 are they're the same fucking
pretty
game.
similar. Yeah.
So maybe PS4's fans are just a little more critical.
Right.
In an interview with GameIndustry.biz, Lars said, the promise we made was to deliver a game to the fans of the franchise, and I'm really proud of it. He told Game Industry Biz that I'm really proud of what we've been able to show you. I think Gunfire, who's the developer, has made an excellent game, and even my publishing team in Vienna has been working really hard to execute on this. all the marketing, all the behind-the-scenes things, everything around publishing. The Apocalypse Edition has been a logistics challenge. A lot of people have spent a lot of time over the past few months to make this happen. As far as the reviews go, Lars seems less than concerned, stating, there are always a few people not enjoying this kind of product, but there are also people really enjoying it. If we stick to our promise and deliver a product the fans really enjoy, I think we'll be fine, which is great. That's a great way to handle it.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be some updates that they can bring to it. But yeah.
I don't think. I mean, they have like over 100 different IPs right now, so I don't really think they were putting all of their eggs in one basket on this Darksiders 3.
No, but they definitely care about it.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they definitely care about it, and I'm happy it's out. I think if it goes on sale eventually, I'll pick it up because I'm interested enough to get it, but probably not at the full price. But no, I think it's awesome. I think the way they're going about it is pretty good. And then it's good to see somebody not throw a fucking temper tantrum when their game doesn't do nearly as well as what they thought.
Right. Well, I'm sure it still sold really well. And I mean, not to knock it, but like a 70, I mean, 72 on PC, that's okay. Bad. Considering,
I know.
I don't know. I feel like the scores, when we take a 72, like, how many of that are people being kind of butthurt?
Yeah.
Like, if you take a look at the Fallout 76 Metacritic, what...
Are we going to get our daily update right now?
It's still 2.9. But the critic reviews went down to 54 now from 55.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it's probably going to taper off here. I mean, I think this is probably about where it's going to set at this point.
But that's the thing. Like, I feel like a lot of people went on here too, and like, I don't think it's worth the 2.9 from what I've seen. I think it's worth more than that. But I think it's just people being a little salty.
Oh, I'm sure.
But whatever. Anyways, THQ, good job, Lars. Keep killing it. What's up?
Yeah.
What's the next piece there, Brody?
Speaking of killing it, Nintendo is absolutely killing it right now. During the time period between Thanksgiving and Cyber Monday, Nintendo's sales topped $250 million.
That's insane.
It's crazy.
$250 million. Good Lord. Between what? What is that?
In 5 days.
Yeah, 5 days. 5 days.
5 days.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane. A few Nintendo Switch stats from this past weekend, as well as total sales for a few games, include the Nintendo Switch hardware sales grew 115% from where they were at last year.
Huh.
Pokemon, or during the same period of time last year, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee have hit more than 1.5 million units sold in the U.S. alone, which is impressive considering that game was really kind of one that a lot of people were wanting to stay away from, and a lot of people are. Everything I've heard has been pretty.
Too, right?
Yeah, and I've actually heard a lot of people talk pretty positively about the game, which I also enjoy it. But also, Super Mario Party has now passed 1 million units sold, making it the fastest-selling game in the Mario Party series and the 5th first-party Nintendo Switch game to sell over 1 million units in the U.S. alone.
Awesome.
So
Switch is
awesome.
killing it.
It's doing great.
Switch is doing great. I assume that the hardware sales and stuff like that, and also people prepping for Smash. I would have to think that that's a large percentile amount of that. They're good bundles too. I mean, there's a good Mario Kart bundle. There's stuff that came with, like an extra controller and stuff like that. There's a Mario Party bundle that was out there. So
I think, I mean, obviously, as the system grows and gets more games, like you got, Let's Go Pikachu and Super Mario Party, and then you got Smash coming up. I think that really got a lot of people interested for like Black Friday deals. They don't want to pay full price, but right. So I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm super excited to see how the Switch continues to do, and
that's the thing. Like I totally think it's matured a lot more. Like previous, Zelda, great, cool, but like really all it's missing now is like great Mario Kart, because we know Animal Crossing is coming,
right? And
this is shaping up to be a super solid console, like GameCube level solid.
Oh so, yeah, absolutely.
I'm super stoked about that. Speaking of Nintendo. Nintendo may be killing it, but Skyward Sword is indeed not coming to the Nintendo Switch. Last episode, we discussed.
It seems like it was so
NG, tweeting
fresh.
Yeah, about Skyward Sword possibly on Nintendo Switch, or kind of asking people. But a Nintendo Sports person recently told Eurogamer on the 28th. At this time, we have no plans to release The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword on the Nintendo Switch. So, kind of sucks.
That sucks, man. I was actually looking forward to that, even though that's not my favorite game of the series.
A couple months from now, hey, we're releasing Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
Great fucking idea.
Come February, they're going to be talking about it.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It'd be interesting to see.
It is what it is.
What do you got? What else you got?
I got Obsidian will be revealing a new game next week at the Game Awards.
Damn.
I don't think this game is going to be one that is under Microsoft from the way this talks, and I'll get into that here in a second.
Obsidian's owned by Microsoft now.
Right. I mean, I guess I think this was one that might have been a deal previously made before they were bought, so I don't know how that all went down, but here we go. The news was made known through a pop-up on Obsidian's website that tells you it is brought to you by fictional companies such as Spacer's Choice, which has a futuristic gun with a retro feel, and Anti-Cleos, which appears to be like skin cream and ointments. Who knows? But this new game will be published by Take-Two's Private Division and will be the first game announced by Private Division other than Kerbal Space Program.
Yeah, Kerbal Space Program.
They do have partnerships with like 2 other studios, but neither of those games have been announced yet. So, yeah. That's why since Take-Two's kind of publishing it, I assumed that this was a deal that was cut long before Microsoft bought them. Maybe. And they were allowed to keep it. But what do you think this is going to be?
Oh, you want me to answer first?
I want you to answer first. I'm curious.
I think it's going to be a cool retro 50s/60s feeling Americana style space RPG. So like think like 50s 60s astronaut toy. Like where like like a gun has like weird like a gun is like soft lines, everything's curved. It's really futuristic looking style, like Buzz Lightyear style kind of stuff. I think that's what it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a big RPG. That's what Obsidian does. So
yeah, and to me, it felt very much like Fallout from the ads that they showed. I thought it had a very, very Fallout feel to it. The old school style, like graphics and just the way everything looks, which would be kind of interesting considering Obsidian did make New Vegas, so Fallout New Vegas. But obviously, I don't think it's going to be a Fallout game, but I do kind of wonder if it's going to be in the same style in a way. But definitely, I think I agree with you that it's going to be more of like a space RPG of some sort. But I think it might have like similar feelings as like a Fallout or something like that.
Yeah.
It's
definitely going to look a lot like a Fallout.
Yeah.
Just even some of their other games, I mean, obviously minus Stick of Truth,
right?
Definitely kind of lend to the same art style and the same kind of gameplay in many ways. But yeah, like New Vegas, they did New Vegas Ultimate Edition, and it's good. Like it's great that they, did a good job on that, and we'll see what they can do with this. I am excited. I don't know if I really play it though. I have to see. To hold my judgment.
Yeah, it all depends on what we're gonna see. I'm
not a fan of that kind of style. Like the retro.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not a.
No. I thought you aren't even a Fallout fan.
50s, 60s. I don't mind Fallout. I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
Gotcha. Huh.
I just hurt a lot of people's feelings out there, didn't I?
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I think it'd be a good game. I think it'd be a great game for a lot of people. I just, personally, I'm just not a fan of, like, kind of doing the whole, like, retro kind of feel within something that's not retro, like a futuristic retro.
I think that has almost run its course. I feel like at first it was pretty cool. Games. But, right. Yeah, it was cool for a while, and it definitely is starting to kind of feel stale.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what this is. I mean...
Mm-hmm.
This knocks
I
out
bet you
one
this
of
is
our.
a deal that they already had with Microsoft too.
You think so?
Mm-hmm. I bet you this is Xbox exclusive.
Yeah, that could be. And they just let them
Xbox
stay
and
with
PC
Take-Two for
because of-
publishing it.
Sure, yeah. Well, from what I understand too, with Take-Two, like once you're part of Take-Two, like it's like a cult. You never really leave Take-Two. So like if you have like literally they have like contracts with people for like right of first refusal. So like if you build something or you work on something, like TQ's informed. Or 2K, sorry, TK, Jesus. 2K is informed about it first and foremost and has, first right on it. But I mean, I think it'll be Xbox and PC exclusive. If you look at what Microsoft's doing, they're going heavy into the
Right.
Xbox One, but also the Microsoft Store or the Windows Store for PC. So, yeah, I think it's something that's already been in the works.
Right.
So,
It'd be interesting. That knocks out one of the 10 games, the 10 new games that are supposed to be announced next week. So something from Obsidian.
Yeah, I'm sure
There
we'll
you
find
go.
something out tomorrow probably. I think every single day they'll probably leak a little bit more and more and more about different games.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
We'll have to see. Oh, before we get into this, there's this classic NES game machine ripoff that's going around out there. It's available at Walmart. People can look this up. I found this shit in the mall today. Me and Janelle were at the mall. She's picking up from JCPenney.
Did you pre-order Smash?
No, oh my, son of
You idiot.
I know. I was there. Oh my god. Anyways,
Damn it, Jeff.
I don't know how this is a thing. Like how this made it. But it's exactly like the NES Mini. Controllers look the exact same. Just nothing says Nintendo on it. And it comes in this really shitty box. And it doesn't have the same games.
Oh, boy.
And it's $36.99. So don't buy that.
That's going to sell like crazy, too.
I know.
Because those stupid consoles always sell well, and then people get them, and they're like, these suck.
Yep.
It's like the Sega ones that have been sold for years now. They're terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Terrible.
Yep. And so, like, that's, I don't know. I don't know how someone had that or offered that. It's kind of weird to me that that's even a thing. But it's a thing. And, it's a complete ripoff of it. It doesn't have the same games. It doesn't have Nintendo games as old third party, which, I mean, I guess if the first one didn't have it, but the controllers apparently suck on it. And it's just a pile of shit, so don't buy it. Thank you.
Awesome.
That's my public service announcement.
Yeah.
It is
PSA for the day.
I'm trying to figure out who it's made by and shit.
I was going to say, I hear your mouse clicking in the background.
Well, I don't.
I know you're looking for something.
It's fucking stupid. Like there's not even a company for it. Like someone just threw it together. Like the box looks like it came out of like the fucking 80s, and not in a good way. Like not in a hey, we designed this to look like an 80s box. Like no, like
This was like the shitty 80s box.
oh, like someone fucking downloaded GIMP for free and made the fucking packaging for this thing. So
Awesome.
sold and shipped by Daneslef Inc.
Oh,
Yeah, Daneslef Inc.
Daneslef?
Yeah, they got 2.6 out of 5 stars seller rating. Okay.
That's a good start.
Yeah. It's I guess it's a good start. People said like, hey, flashback time, hours of fun with the whole family playing some old games we grew up playing. It's like, okay.
That sounds
no
a lot
HDMI
like
port, nothing. It's standard, red, yellow, white.
composite.
Cable, yeah.
Oh my god, that's half the TVs anymore don't even have composite hookups.
500 built-in games.
Oh, that sounds legit.
So 3 different fucking versions of Burger Time.
Burger Time.
But yeah, I don't know. It's
Huh.
pretty interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of people selling them right now, and there's gonna be a lot of kids getting this for Christmas, or people who asked for the NES. Put it to you this way: the box literally just says entertainment system on it.
Yeah.
Shaped exactly like it. You can look at it, and it's got like that shitty, shiny plastic feel to it.
I'm surprised it's not like the Nintendo Entertainment Center.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Or system, the MES.
You know what I really want to do is, for our YouTube channel, I really want to buy some of those, unbox them, and do a review of them.
Yes.
I think it'd be hilarious.
Hell yes.
So I think we should
I'm
totally
down.
do that.
Let's do it.
Let's start tabling that and figuring that out after our live stream of the Game Awards. Which, by the way, yes, we're doing a live stream of the Game Awards.
We are.
So December 6th is the Game Awards, correct? Yes. December 6th,
Yes.
8:30 Eastern time. We'll probably be on a little bit earlier, probably around 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
We'll go live, hang out, chill. We're going to watch the Game Awards. You can freaking follow us, Diggity Gaming on YouTube. And this is kind of like the start of our YouTube channel, essentially, because up to this point, it's been like a syndicate for the podcast, and now it's going to actually be, content creation moving forward with live streams and different neat ideas like buying shitty consoles and then reviewing them. So you don't have to buy them.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Just pissing our money away. It's fine.
Speaking of Nintendo's updated their video and monetization guidelines for uploaded content. So this includes YouTube, Twitch, all that kind of stuff. Nintendo says that you may monetize your videos and channels using the monetization methods separately specified by Nintendo. Other forms of monetization of their intellectual property for commercial purposes are not permitted. They also state that this is exactly from the mouth of Nintendo. It says, "We encourage you to create videos that include your creative input and commentary. Video and images that contain mere copies of Nintendo game content without creative input or commentary are not permitted. You may, however, post gameplay videos and screenshots using Nintendo system features, such as the capture button on Nintendo Switch that you constantly fucking press by accident, without additional input or commentary."
Or your children figure out that they can record pictures and everything else, and they just hit it repeatedly because they're little assholes.
I want Bentley to, and I want your children to go back and listen to this podcast like 5-6 years from now.
That's fine.
Like, Dad, you called me an asshole. Yes, son.
Well,
you are only permitted to use Nintendo game content that has been officially released or from promotional materials officially released by Nintendo, such as product trailers or Nintendo Directs. If you want to use the intellectual property of a third party, you are responsible for obtaining any necessary third-party permissions. You are not permitted to imply or state that your videos are officially affiliated with or sponsored by Nintendo, and Nintendo reserves the right to remove any content that they believe is unlawful, infringing, inappropriate, or not in line with these guidelines, which inappropriate is the worst line in there, because by definition that term is then defined by them, and it's like, what is the line of inappropriate to Nintendo, right? What is the term infringing mean to Nintendo and a piece of content? So it basically just sounds like, hey, you can't just put up like 2 hours of gameplay of Zelda. Like, you have to be able to talk through it, which makes sense.
Yeah,
right. That totally makes sense. It sounds like you can't also
I thought it was
just swear and say terrible things about their content.
Yeah.
They'll take you down.
Yep, that's the way it sounds. But I thought it was kind of funny that this popped up today while I was looking for news.
Yeah.
Because
we just talked about it.
We just talked about it the last podcast about playing Smash and doing things like that. So
we're prophets, man.
There you go.
We're prophets, bro.
Right there. Predicted the future.
Yeah, damn right. By 18 hours.
18 hours. Side note, my kids aren't assholes. They're good people.
They're good.
So when they listen in 5 years. Yeah.
Yes, your children are great.
They're great.
They're great children.
So in 5 years, they don't have to hate me for this episode.
They won't even listen to it.
No,
we
they
on
won't.
like episode like 3,000.
Oh God.
Ugh.
It will. It'll be way too high to go back and listen to these episodes.
It will be.
That's all right.
We'll have these these episodes go right to their brain chips and their Google Glass.
Right.
You know, they'll be able to see us in their eyeballs through contact lenses.
Oh boy.
That's the ultimate future of Diggity, man. That's the ultimate future of Diggity. Yeah.
Streaming straight to people's eyeballs.
Yeah. First you started with your buttholes, you know?
Oh god.
It's a perfect cavity for audio.
Sure.
I mean,
yeah.
think about it, right? If someone has a speaker in their butthole.
They don't. Yeah, I guess
And then, like, you know, those people got it all wrong. You know those.
Oh boy.
You know. Oh boy. Here we go. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you about sounds and assholes.
Yeah, you know the headphones that everyone wore like 3 years ago, where like they can sit on your shoulders, but like they're pointed towards your ears, so nobody can hear them?
Yes, those were terrible.
Right. So something like that in your butthole, and then you can hear it in your whole body. You know, it's inside you. That's how we're gonna get podcasts, Brody. That's it.
I don't think I want that, man. I don't want to be broadcasted through somebody's asshole.
I mean, you don't get to choose. I mean, we're broadcasting to someone's ear hole right now.
Yeah.
That's gross.
All right. I mean, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Let's fucking do it, man.
All right, man. Let's get the Kickstarter going. What do we call it?
I'm
way ahead of you.
I fully assume so.
Beats by Butthole.
Beats. Oh my god.
It's done.
No.
And so it shall be written into history. On this
I hope
day.
somebody makes that if we don't.
Someone's
let's go ahead and
probably
make it.
made that already.
I'm sure.
Some whole like butt plug Bluetooth speaker or something.
I mean, wouldn't there be a problem though, because it would technically vibrate? Just throwing that out there.
No. I mean, no.
Yeah.
No, because the headphone things that you put down don't vibrate on your shoulder.
Very slightly.
No, if you're cranking it.
Nah.
No, these sound waves. They're not vibrating shit.
Sound waves do vibrate shit.
Yeah,
actually.
but they're so small. Like, I'm not talking like you've got like a Sony Exploit speaker up your asshole.
I don't know,
I'm talking like you got a little, you got a little microchip thing
just
that's
like an
emitting
earbud.
sound. Yeah, and then like that trick when you're a kid, you put the headphones in your mouth and then you open your mouth and it sounds louder.
I was so scared for what you were gonna say right there. I thought we had very different child experiences.
Could have. I lived in Canada. No, like when you open your mouth or whatever, and you have the headphone in your mouth, you open your mouth and it's louder. Yeah, so you have a bunch of people walking around like that. And they're listening to Kanye, and then they open their mouth and sound comes out from their asshole out of their mouth.
See, but
I should
the
work
thing
for
is,
South Park.
like,
That sounds like a South Park episode.
It does sound like a South Park episode.
Beats by Butthole. Yeah.
I love that we're actually sitting here debating this, but
Yeah, absolutely.
Most of the time, my headphones and everything are usually vibrating. Like even maybe I just listen to things too loud because I'm apparently partially deaf. But
Great. So now we've just got ourselves into the sex toy industry, on top of everything.
Yeah. Now we
found two solutions.
It's dual use.
I'm not saying
great.
I'd use this. I'm saying there's people out there that'll use it. You know damn well there's people out there that would shove a speaker up their bumhole.
You aren't even gonna try your own product?
No.
Oh my god.
No, not this one.
Wow.
I'll
this
build
got
it.
derailed quick, man.
If you build it, they'll come, man. If you build it, they will put it up their bum. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of weird stuff out there. A lot of weird stuff. Hey, I've actually got, on a side note from Butthole Beats.
We're getting away
that's
from
what we'll have to
buttholes
call
right
it.
now,
We can't
or?
call it Beats by Butthole. We'll have to call it Butthole Beats to get around the
Butthole
legality
Beats.
of it. Yeah,
Okay.
Butthole Beats.
Now it sounds like a knockoff of Beats by Butthole that Dre is obviously going to come out with at some point in time.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no way Apple's going to make. Apple might make something like that. Call it the Apple Bottom or something like that.
The dirty AirPods.
The air.
Isn't that what
the
they're-
AirPods.
The AirPods.
Can ask Siri. Siri, where's my appointment? And everything's just muffled. Wait, what was it? Siri, when's my appointment?
See, and this is why the volume would have to be turned up, and therefore it would vibrate. You feel me?
This is true. This is true. How would you charge it? No, you know what? That's an easy answer. You have a mat. All right, hear me out on this. You have a mat.
Okay, yeah.
You lay on. It goes in your bed. You just put on your
Right.
sheets. You lay out, and it's just wireless. You charge your butthole.
I feel so bad for anyone that is listening to us for
I
the
don't.
first time, and this is what they want.
I don't. This is the future. This is it. This is it. Welcome. This is what we're in, man. You know, we're like 2 years away from this. Butthole speakers, man.
Yeah.
Be two headlines on the newspaper in 2020. One about the president, whoever the next president is in the election 2020, and butthole speakers being announced.
Yeah, and the charge being led by Diggity. We got you guys. Don't worry.
Oh, for
we know
sure.
what you really
By
want.
that time, yeah, we'll be like a mecca enterprise, like crazy, massive company, just making butthole speakers. It's the American dream, man. American dream is just taking, ridiculous loans out for incredibly ridiculous products, like a butthole speaker.
I'm not sure what they teach you in Canadian schools, but I don't think that is
No, they don't
the
teach
American
this.
dream.
They don't teach this. This is entrepreneurialism, Brody.
You see an
courage.
opportunity, you take it.
Yeah, this is courage. Yeah.
Oh,
what?
boy.
Hey, name me one of the most unutilized and commercial body parts on a human being. The butthole. It's a lucrative market. Ripe for the tapping.
Oh, God. I didn't sign up for this.
Oh, man.
But
you know
here
what?
we go.
Every time we have conversations like this, though, it gets me happy to know that we can just go on a rant about butthole speakers, because we've talked about doing, a podcast series down the road. We'll continue doing Diggity, but we've talked about down the road doing one that's more like a side topic or off topic podcast. I can't say fucking off topic podcast because Rooster Teeth has one.
We're getting sued.
Fucking
now,
Rooster Teeth. Damn it. But yeah, like doing a
just like casual back and forth bullshitting.
Yeah, we'll call it Butthole
podcast.
Buddies.
But
It'll be
all
about.
That's a bad name.
No, we'll call it Butthole Buddies. Brody, it's 2018.
It's a terrible name.
It can mean anything.
It
It could mean anything, Brody. We'll call it Butthole Buddies. It'll be about our journey making butthole speakers. From conception to commercialization.
I quit, Jeff.
Okay, there we go. That's what it took. Anyways, on a totally other topic from butthole speakers, there was an article that came out on a website called gamasutra.com that I read all the time. And it was an opinion piece that winter is coming for the game biz, the game industry.
Oh, yeah.
So it was written by, if I fuck this name up, I'm so sorry, Joost van Drunen, which sounds like a fucking villain from Phineas and Ferb, and I'm so fucking sorry.
Fucking awesome.
It's an awesome fucking name, and I'm so if it's
so
Oost,
cool.
If it's Oost or Hoost van Drunen, whatever, man, fucking kick-ass name.
Fuck yeah.
He basically goes through, he opens up with saying the past few years have been a great ride. All boats have been going up. Time and money spent on video games has been a consistent high, and the addressable audience has expanded enormously, allowing the industry to grow consistently for years. He says that's about to change. He says specifically interactive entertainment revenue will soon start to flatline and possibly decline. Here's some of the writing that's currently on the wall. So his first point is that several of the biggest growth drivers have started to slow. So mobile gaming is showing saturation across different markets, including in China. But honestly, I think so. I'm going to rebuttal a couple of these when I go through some of this from a business aspect, not from a video game business aspect, just business aspect in general. One, I think the quality of IP that's hit the Chinese mobile markets is fucking garbage. And I think now that Blizzard is, putting something like Diablo, I think it's going to spike it heavily.
Right.
Another point, he says that big handset manufacturers can no longer rely on the continued momentum and are switching their focus to extracting greater rents from their existing user base in lieu of fueling ongoing growth. Next, we're at the end of the current console cycle, obviously, and he points out that Sony and Microsoft have both done well, but are now starting to consider the future, PS5, cloud gaming, electronic game cartridges, what do they move forward with next, which... let's break out for a second of this. Do you think the next systems use cartridges, or do you think they use discs? Because I fucking think they use cartridges. There's no
I think we're
fucking
going back to
reason.
cartridges.
There's no fucking reason to use a CD. It's the dumbest fucking thing in the world. It is fucking terrible to read from. It is horrendous to ship. You have to take care of them. It's expensive as fuck. You know, a couple of little SSD game cartridges or little, storage-based systems that run off like a, I don't know what the format.
Almost look like a little thumb drive. That's what I almost imagine. In a way, I mean, just use USB and then like a little thumb drive for each game, essentially.
Yeah,
but I'm sure they would be specific to each console because they're gonna have their own proprietary equipment for that. So.
His other points are that investors are actively doubting Nintendo's ability to deliver on its stretch goal of 20 million units sold by the end of March, which they're close to that, aren't they? Now they're at 18, right? 16, 12.
No, they're over 20 for the lifespan. I think they were trying to hit 20 for the year.
Okay.
For the fiscal year.
So it said not in the least because NVIDIA reported weaker than expected sales of its Tegra chips, which are predominantly used for the Nintendo Switch. Any changes in NVIDIA's sales indicate a change in Nintendo's prospects. So that's interesting to see for people that invest. He says that this in turn spells no uncertain doom for GameStop. Said that the U.S.-based specialty retailer has been going through a series of challenges as spending on interactive entertainment has shifted largely to digital channels and digital distribution, obviously. So it's more its C-suite is a mess, resulting in a letter from one of its largest shareholders, Tiger Management, to get its shit together, basically, and do strategic review and overview and kind of reorganization. So I wouldn't be surprised if a couple GameStops close.
Oh no, absolutely.
Over the next year or two, before these new consoles come out. It's been unable to find a buyer and now finds itself forced to essentially abandon the diversification strategy initiated in 2014 by acquiring retail chain in parallel market segments. Just this week, GameStop sold off Spring Mobile and is likely to use the money to pay off its debts and improve the likelihood of some private equity firm or Amazon to buy it. Fuck, if Amazon buys GameStop, that's terrible.
That's awful.
Yeah. That's
terrible.
Going to be absolutely terrible. It's saying that, more broadly, he says that this is all taking place against the backdrop of tech stocks losing value, which is just true. The last few weeks have been a wild ride, resulting in the decimation of all of 2018's gains in terms of investments. That's absolutely true. Big tech has gone from loved to loathed as firms like Google and Facebook are repeatedly hit with lawsuits and regulatory fines. Apple has stopped reporting some of its key sales figures, and Amazon is increasingly toying with numerous fucking issues. During earnings seasons this quarter, a lot of the publicly traded firms were hit with drop in share value despite posting solid figures. Investors, it seems, have been holding onto their shares and have waited to sell them off immediately following the major releases scheduled for the end of the year. Sure enough, in some cases, a decline is situational. Tencent, for instance, has suffered a great deal as a result of its close ties to the Chinese government. After growing up without really having to worry about foreign competition, the hand that fed it is now taking its share. The recent regulatory changes and more so delays are costing the firm dearly. So he's saying that risk has increased greatly. It means that Tencent will be looking for ways to diversify its current portfolio of activities and reduce its reliance on gaming, which it's done with the different acquisitions that's done over the past couple of years. And the future is cloudy, he says, which I think is adorable. So he says, on the one hand, several major firms like Google, Amazon, Microsoft, Tencent, and others are investing heavily into cloud gaming. But on the other hand, their prospects remain foggy. If they build it, will the consumers move over to it? One interpretation here is that the games industry, which was previously thought to be anti-cyclical, Jesus, is now in sync with the rest of the economy. Consider it a byproduct for having become a mainstream industry. And finally, after three decades on the fringes of the entertainment business, games are seemingly more vulnerable to high-level economic fluctuations, prone to fickle investor sentiment, and much less insulated. So, there's a lot of investor talk, a lot of investor lingo.
Yeah,
basically,
he
is fucking saying tech companies have been incredibly overvalued, and they still are to this day. Tech companies are extremely overvalued. Amazon, Google, everything, they're fads.
Absolutely.
People just jumped on them, and, classic supply and demand has caused them to go up the ass expensive because people just are, so over the moon about them. Pair this with the stock market being incredibly easy to invest in nowadays, and you've got a lot of people just going, I want to put $200 into Apple.
Right.
They don't know really where else to go in that instance. The the cloud thing. I think he's hitting a point. I think he's basically. I don't think he's wrong, but I think I got a better answer, honestly. So I don't disagree with him at all. I think that yes, the game industry is going to have a fucking crazy fundamental shift as to how business is done, how revenue is what recorded, earned, all these different fucking things in the game industry, and there's gonna be a fucking mass wipeout. Like there are gonna be so many companies that cannot fucking handle what is going to happen, and that has to do primarily with cloud. When you get into this future of cloud, because cloud is fucking streaming. Like let's just call it streaming. Yeah. It's not cloud storage. We already fucking have that. It's not any of that other stuff. It's just streaming. When you start getting into streaming, people aren't downloading the fucking game, right? They're never owning something. So you're going into a subscription model. When you go into a subscription model into a market that is primarily up until this point been focused on my game is $60. You buy it for $60. Microsoft takes $30. I get the rest as a company. And now you're going to go to a model where it's someone is paying $14.99 a month. Your game gets played 3 hours from that person. You get $4. Your company's going to get fucked.
But so you think even if we do go to predominantly streaming,
we're never going to have...
Now. I know. Hang on. But I'm saying if the market shifts, okay? Because, I understand that the streaming services now are a subscription base, but you don't think that we're going to be able to just outright purchase a game and be able to stream it?
Well, I think there's going to be that gray area as we approach that. But no, eventually it will just be streaming.
I understand that it's going to be streaming. I get that. What I'm saying
you won't be able to buy
is it's only going to be a subscription model is what you think.
Yeah.
You're only going to be able to play these games through subscribing to some sort of a service.
Yeah, exactly.
That's going to be really fucked up.
Yeah.
Because how do you justify it? I mean, where do you draw
music.
the line? What do you subscribe? Yeah, but that's different. I mean, to an extent, I don't know. The music industry doesn't make nearly the amount of money or toss around the same amount of money that the gaming industry does. And buying a CD is $10. Buying a game is $60. So now you're talking about if you're paying for a streaming service where you have unlimited access to unlimited amount of games. Yeah. If you want to call it the same as Spotify, I mean, at that point, now you are entering thousands upon thousands of dollars to subscribe for a year. That's the problem. If you want to compare prices
do your royalty.
to do equal, I understand. But what I'm saying is what gets passed down to the people, the players, is going to be too high to justify it. For Spotify, it works because you pay $10 a month, but you look at it and it's like $10 for a CD. I mean, just to hear me out here, okay?
Yeah.
So hang on, and so if you want to look at it as the same way, basically you're paying the price of an album for a month. So now if you want to look at it in games, I know it obviously doesn't translate completely perfectly, but you're looking at like $60 a month if you want to have the same kind of concept as music for it. So I think the subscription is in itself flawed. I mean, you could do things like EA Access and things like that, but where are you going to get some of the other games? Some of the other games aren't going to be on some of these major subscription models, and so you're either going to choke out all of these smaller companies, which is very possible, but the whole idea of it just being subscription-based is kind of flawed in my mind.
But, okay, so my rebuttal to that is how much music do you listen to on Spotify?
I listen to a lot of music on Spotify.
Okay. Do you listen to more than $10 worth? If you had to go out and buy all that music?
Yes.
So then why don't you get charged more than another person? $10 because you listen to more music.
Because that's the subscription price.
Right. So that's my point.
Okay, but
it's not. That's what I'm trying to say. Is literally companies will literally not make as much money as they make right now.
I understand that, Yeah. I don't think you're picking up what I'm putting down.
No, I understand what you're saying. You're saying the music industry, buying a CD is $10. Buying a game, let's say standard $60, right?
I'm not talking about from the business aspect of it. I'm talking about what's going to get passed down to players, what
Like
they're
the
going to
price?
be paying. Yeah.
I have no idea what the price is going to be, but that's the thing.
That's what I'm
that's why I think it's
saying,
going to be
though,
a
like-
holy war. Like it's going to be people making their own platforms to sell like normal, like they have been, and then people like Microsoft and Sony going to the subscription base where the way that you pay out a company isn't like, right now they take 30% of royalty, and the way that they go out and pay, like they've kind of done this with Game Pass, and Sony's version, the way that gets paid out is, per hour of gameplay by user. And like, that's the thing. So like my thing is, I think no matter what, there's going to be this really fucked up era where you've got a lot of people who want to go off and like make their own platform, like let's say a new Steam or something like that, right, on PC. But the console side of things, if Microsoft and Sony want to move towards subscription, they're going to move towards that. And when they move towards that, there's no way someone's going to sit there and pay, $120 a month, let's say 2 games values worth or whatever, as a gamer for the subscription. And at the end of the day, they own the platform that has 20 million units. So it's like, if you want your game on there. So I think there's going to be either a massive like PC gaming insurgence if they move forward with that, or someone's going to have to create a new console or something that just goes to that. But I mean,
but to me, that's why I don't think the subscription model works for streaming games like that. It just doesn't make any sense, because you're looking at, even if, think about it from...
like Game Pass?
Yeah, like Game Pass works, and that's fine, but it's only a select amount of games. So how are you going to find a subscription service for each type of game you want to play? Like, I play a huge variety of games, and if I wanted to play that huge variety of games, and I have to sign up for 8 different subscription plans, and I'm now paying $300 a month just to play the games I want to play, it's not going to work. Like,
I think
people are not going to do it.
I think it's just one subscription. I think what happens is, and I'm not saying this happens like the next year or two. I'm saying what happens is Xbox Live, the Xbox Store turns into, here's your $40, $50 a month, or whatever the price is going to be. It could be.
People are going to be.
Here's the thing, though, dude.
That.
Doesn't matter if they put it down to $20. Like, here's the thing: Microsoft can sit there and go, cool, $20 a month. You play any game on it. What's a game developer going to do? This is the thing. Like, if it, and this is why I say it's going to be a holy war, and how it's going to fundamentally change, because it's doing, like, this is where the savings are going to be passed on to the gamer in every single way. Like, obviously your reaction to there and me, like, I'm not going to sit there and pay fucking $60 a month after paying, like, buying a box at, say,
$60 for a year to $60 in a month is a huge jump.
No. But what I'm saying is, I'm not going to pay $60 a month and then have to buy a box that, let's say the box at that point is like $500 or something like that, because it's cheaper. It's just streaming, right? The hardware is not as intense. And so I'm not going to sit there, buy a $500 box and pay $60 a month for it, right? So what am I going to do as Microsoft? I'm going to have to lower my prices on that. Who's going to suffer from that? The game dev. Like, the game developer is going to have to suffer from that. That's the only fucking way. Unless people can accept and say, yeah, $50 a month. Hey, I buy 1 game a month. Okay, cool. That's fine. That's great. But that's the thing.
A lot of people don't, though. That's the thing.
Game Pass,
like,
though, is
a ton of people don't.
So here's the thing with Game Pass, right? Game Pass is writing on the wall for exactly what happened. When people started doing deals with Game Pass and with Microsoft was paying up the ass minimum guarantees to developers, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, to get their game into Game Pass, which is, covering your losses. Because the way the Game Pass works is, again, how many hours is a player playing? We add all that up, and then we figure out what that royalty is, just like when someone plays a song on Spotify, right? You get a couple cents to the artist. Yeah. So that happened. What's happened now with Game Pass? Microsoft doesn't nearly offer as much MG as they did originally, because Game Pass is now successful in the terms of how many subscriptions and users it has, and now it's a valid platform in which people want to have their game included into Game Pass as another revenue stream, and they're forced to do so. So Microsoft does not offer the MGs that it offered previous, and like, we're not talking
at the same time,
first party like massive Fallout games and shit like that. We're talking like smaller games that got massive MGs to be on that.
And at the same time, though, you got to remember, like, Phil Spencer just did an interview a couple weeks ago saying that Game Pass brings up game sales. So the end goal is still to get someone to buy your game. Like, yeah, you make some money from Game Pass, but ultimately it's too. So I mean,
think that works right now.
It's kind of comparable to streaming, but it's not 100% by any means.
No. Right now we're in the gray area for sure. And that's the thing. Like right now, yes.
I don't even think we've hit the gray area yet. I mean, it's still pretty straightforward right now. Yeah. We're about to hit the gray area.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the problem with this comment for the game sales. I take that with a grain of salt because the store was there first. Yeah, it wasn't the subscription service first, and then they made a store where you could buy games. So the store was there. That's been the way to purchase games digitally.
Yeah, but you can follow a trend of whether there's an uptick in game sales or not based
when you
upon games that are on Game Pass.
After having one that's already been grandfathered for the last 10 to 12, 14 years. Like, there's no difference between you going and buying a game in store and now digitally in the minds of people, right? Like, even me, myself, like, I prefer to have the retail version, but in some instances I found myself sitting there and be like, okay, I'll get the digital version. So, like, what I'm saying from that is ultimately they will go to streaming. Like, absolutely in my mind. They will go with streaming. They will do away with the store. People's revenue numbers will get fucked up, and what'll happen is there'll be this slow squeeze over the next couple years where it's game devs are going to be pushed into this, put your shit on here, you offer it, and we pay out the revenue streams. They're not going to be as fucking high, and it's going to force people to go out and do their own stuff. Like, even, it's already fucking starting with, on a very small scale in comparison with, Epic. Epic doesn't want to pay the fucking royalties of the Google Play Store for Fortnite, right? Yeah. So what do? They fucking, you download it off their website, right? Like, there's already companies that are starting to build their own platforms to have their own games excuse me, on their own platform and available. So it's either going to turn into something, but that's my thing. It's going to be fucked up for console. I don't think the PC market will be affected to it because, say, Battlefield 10 comes out, right, years from now. You'll still be able to fucking buy the game on PC in my mind. Like, you just buy it $60, it's done. But what's
going to be the difference, though? I guess that's my thing. Why are we going to be pushing so much more for streaming on console versus PC?
Well, because it's a contained environment, right? Like, a PC is not a contained environment, right? Like, it's a complete open world, it's a complete open platform. When you have a box, it's using someone's operating system, it's using their technology, no one else's, and it's capped in like Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft. You have a complete ecosystem that you control as a company. So for PC, there's no Xbox, like bootleg Xbox store, right? There's only an Xbox store, right, that you can purchase from. I mean, I guess you can go and buy keys online somewhere else, but still you have to redeem them in the store, right? So, like, for PC, I think someone will come up with a streaming thing for PC as well to get in that market, but I don't think people will take to it as much.
I mean,
but I think it's going to be a PC resurgence, and consoles might die.
I think it, yeah, I mean, it could, but I think at the same time, I mean, you could go buy these companies' games elsewhere. You can still buy a physical copy. I understand physical copies are going to go away, whatever, but as it stands now, it's still not completely a controlled environment on a console. It is, but it's not at the same time. You can still get your games elsewhere. You can buy secondhand games and things like that, and I understand they're trying to get away from it, but I don't know. What
about exclusives?
That's one thing, but that's because a company made a deal with Sony. That's not necessarily the same thing. There's certain games you can only play on PC too.
Right.
So I mean, as far as that argument goes,
no, the PC games can go onto Xbox and Sony. They have to
unless they have a deal with Steam.
Steam doesn't make deals with games. If
Steam has their own games.
Okay,
that they have made
platform, and what is Steam
exactly,
do with
and that's
their
what I'm
platform
saying about Xbox and Sony, though.
Right, but I'm telling you, it's closed. Like, when there's a game on PC, I can take my PC game and I can go to Sony and I can go to Xbox and I can say, hey guys, I want to bring it to the system, and I have to adhere to their platform, to their environment, which are both two totally different environments, two totally different ways the game works with both systems. Right, from the outside they look pretty similar, totally different. Right?
No, I understand that.
When I'm Sony, I control the environment. I control my first-party content onto it, And I get what you're saying. People can go buy like, fuck, it's a terrible example. Just Dance. Fuck, that's terrible. But Just Dance is on everything, right? Yes, I don't need to buy Just Dance on Xbox. I can go buy it on PC. But the problem is now, if they can make like it's an if they can make subscription work and be accepted on console, and the only way that's going to be accepted is to dramatically decrease the revenue that goes to dev, because obviously the price to gamers and consumers has to be, you know, attractive enough to actually fucking do it, right? Like we're gonna have to be able to sit there and quantify and be like, wow, $30 a month or $20 a month or whatever, and I can play whatever game I want that comes out on Xbox, you know, One on the Xbox store. Oh wow, great. You know, maybe there's additional things where, hey, if I want to play the game a week early, I throw an extra $5. I have no fucking idea, right? But let's just say it's with the subscription model. In that instance, if they can make that work, every company that wants to release on those platforms has to adhere to that platform. If they have to adhere to that model where it's like $25 a month for Xbox, they're not going to make as much money on Xbox. So it either leads you with two things. One, either consoles just die because people don't want to fucking spend the money to get on Xbox to not make that much money because now they've created this streaming environment that just sucks ass. Or it creates this more resurgence, like I'm saying, to PC, where PC gaming goes through the fucking roof. And that's where you take that, you know, more traditional approach where it's, my game is $40, here it is for $40 on PC. But Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft can do whatever the fuck they want with their things.
If they want to run their company into the ground, yeah, they sure can.
I don't think it would run it.
If there's going to be a huge PC resurgence like you're talking about, how would it not? It would kill
that's
their
if
sales.
in that scenario. That's if in that
Right.
scenario. If
But
you can get
the
it,
thing what you're describing is so doom and gloom because it seems way too drastic. Like this would take years and years and years and years to get to. Like it's not going to be this next generation.
I disagree,
dude. That is way too drastic. People will not. They won't buy it. They won't.
No,
purchase
I'm not.
That shit.
I'm not saying a year
because
or two.
if they're really gonna have something like Game Pass, but it's gonna be a subscription model that allows you access to all of the games that come out on the store, right?
Yeah.
It's not gonna be $20. There's no chance. Not a chance in hell.
Why not?
It will be $40-$50.
Why does it have to be
How are they gonna pay all these companies?
They don't.
They have
to.
100 games on Game Pass, and how much of those games are actually good? Let's be honest.
How many of those games going in the future are going to be exclusive first-party games that force people to get into that subscription model? Like, let's treat Game Pass as I get what you're saying. Let's treat Game Pass as a second store. But you
always say you get what I'm saying, but you never get what I'm saying.
No, I get what you're saying from the standpoint people don't want to pay that. But what I'm trying to tell you is that it doesn't fucking matter. If people don't want to fucking pay that, yes, the free market dictates if it doesn't work or not. But what I'm saying is, with this next generation, perhaps this generation slowly eases into it, and then the one after, I think they capitalize on a subscription market that dramatically,
which is 10 years down the road, like I was saying. I mean, if you've
I don't think it's 10. I think
years,
we're like 5 out, man. I think honestly, this is
maybe I can see 6 or 7, honestly, because
how long
the
is
next
this generation? Was 7 years?
Like 6 right now, almost 7. Yeah.
So like we're thinking
that's why I'm
7,
saying
8 by the time the new ones come out.
Right, and that's why I'm saying that's a ways away. That is a long time in technology. Yeah. That's forever in technology.
But if you stream, your hardware is. If you go to the streaming side of things, your hardware can last forever because the grunt work is being on the end, right? So I get that point. You're saying the next console, the next thing. I'm saying consoles are going to get fucking wrecked no matter what. Yes, because of subscription stuff. But I think what's going to happen is they are going to capitalize on this. They're going to be successful, but it's going to fuck a lot of companies over. And then it's going to slowly take down consoles because they're going to get greedy as fuck. Absolutely. And then also PC stuff is going to go on the side. Like this guy points to that shit in many ways. Like it's just
that's literally what I said.
No. But my point is on the subscription stuff. Xbox can, like, starting tomorrow, if Xbox wanted to, they could put the fucking price of Game Pass. They could just say tomorrow, hey guys, the store is now going to be Game Pass, and you have to pay this amount. They can fucking do that whenever they fucking wanted to.
Sure they can. Doesn't mean people are going to buy it.
Okay, but if there's 22 million units out there, you have games coming out, and people subscribe to it, and it's $20. But it's the justification of what the dollar amount is. But
it wouldn't be $20. There's not a chance.
Why can't it be?
because it would be too expensive for Microsoft to pay out royalties to all the companies.
What if they shrink the royalties?
Even if they were paying pennies,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. If somebody goes in and downloads 100 different games, now they're paying 100 royalties.
But it's based on playtime.
Right. Okay, I understand that. Yeah, I understand they have to play these games. But if you're paying $20 a month, if we pay $10 a month for Game Pass now, and that's 100 games. If you think of every single game that's in the Xbox store, there's no way that they're going to be able to charge just $20 for it. That's what I'm saying. It'd be too expensive, and a lot of people are not going to be able to afford it.
Well, I think you're right. I think a lot of companies, also will just not do it. They won't be able to get on the console system.
They're going to kill many, many major studios and all of the small studios. And then you're going to enter into this area where, think of the like car makers. I'm fucking blanking out on the word. But, like, think of how you had your big three. Like, before that, you had all these other companies. You had Auburn, you had Duesenberg, all of these crazy companies that lasted for a little while. Like, some of those didn't last very long, but you had all of these smaller companies, and then all of a sudden,
so like
basically this is what happened, right? Like, it wasn't obviously streaming, but it was a very different thing. But what happened is it completely choked the market. Right, exactly. It choked the market into the stranglehold of where now you have Chevy, or you have GMC for lack of GMC,
you like
Chevy,
Fiat,
whatever,
Chrysler,
right.
you have GM, and you have Ford.
Right, exactly. And
for North America.
If what you're saying is true, and this goes the way it goes, which it seems counterintuitive considering how Xbox has been very much towards the player. I don't really see them turning around and breaking. They seem to be,
but they're buying.
I don't know. But anyway, regardless. Anyway, if gaming goes the way that you're saying it's going to go, it's going to completely kill the market. It's going to kill the gaming industry. Because nobody is going to give a fuck about the gaming industry because it's not necessity. Neither are cars necessarily, but god damn it, you get places a lot faster, and so they become necessity.
I'd say a car is definitely a much more bigger necessity than video games.
So the government is going to be willing to bail out the car dealerships because we need cars. But when video games do this and they choke themselves out, and the thing is, like, I don't consider myself an expert in this by any means. I'm not even in business, right? And I can see this from the outside. I really just don't see why these companies would purposely choke themselves out. Because if they do go down this route that you're talking about,
does it have to be all of them though? That's my thing. I don't think it's gonna be all of them. I think it's gonna be one.
But no, I think it's
greedy.
Yeah, and it's going to be Sony.
No, I think it's Microsoft, dude. I think
you think
Sony,
so?
I think actually Sony, yes. I think Sony becomes the actual... I get what Microsoft says. They're for gamers. I understand that. But Microsoft is now trying to control the content more of its platform. They have the distribution platform. They haven't had the content for years now for their own platform. You know, throw away Halo and a couple other minute titles. The companies that they're purchasing up is to create value to the subscription model that they believe in. Right now, if that stepstones into, Game Pass just being Microsoft titles with the inclusion of a couple of hey, here's our friends, that join in on Game Pass, so be it. But you can see that Microsoft wants to control the content in its ecosystem. They want to control the devices, which they have those, and they want to control the distribution, which they have that in the store right now, and they have that as Game Pass, which is it's another store, right? In this case, it's a subscription to a store. The games are not costing you anything. You're downloading them. Well, the games cost you a subscription fee each month, but you're downloading them essentially for free with finger quotations around them. But that's my thing. I think Microsoft gets greedy. I think Microsoft does very well at the start of the next generation. I think Microsoft, if both these companies, it's going to be big, right? If these companies come out with boxes that even have capabilities to stream right out the gate in them, where these will move into streaming devices, we're fucked. If it's something where they're just beefed up Xbox One X's and PlayStation 4 Pros, cool. We got another great gen on our hands. But if they
I
get into
see
that realm,
the soul streaming model coming out mid-generation. I don't think it's going to come out right off the bat.
You think it's a scale up? Okay, cool. So then mid-gen, and then we'll get to another gen. The thing is then that's just the norm, I guess, right? So in that instance, Microsoft owns Azure, right? The cloud platform.
Yeah.
Right? They own distribution of games, both on PC and on console. They don't own on PC, but they have a platform on PC, Windows Store. It's not very good, but whatever. But on Xbox, right? They have all that stuff. Now they're going and doing mass acquisitions to bring them into their own business model. The point of that is to increase value in the subscription model, to get more people into subscription, to get more gamers to prefer subscription model based rather than buying games. When you get someone in there and they see the value of the subscription service, like the exact same, Netflix is a perfect example. What, $14 a month, something like that for Netflix now?
Yeah.
Okay, so $14 a month for Netflix. The psychological aspect of getting someone into a subscription service is that you've gained the trust that they can trust to take you, that you can take $15 out of their bank account every single month. Now, you're taking $15 a month out. You're taking $15 a month in the case of Netflix allocated to media, movies, television, stuff like that. What are the odds of someone going out and purchasing a movie when they have Netflix? Very slim to none, because they're already paying for something on a month-to-month basis that they deem as value added in their life, and they trust a company to be able to take $15 out. When they trust a company to do that, that holds media, holds television shows, just like Netflix has went from having stupid fucking documentaries and stupid television shows to making their own incredible own intellectual property like Stranger Things and all that kind of shit. That becomes where they get that. They don't look elsewhere because they're just accustomed to every single month giving a payment, and they seek the value in something that now has become the form to get that in. And that's what I'm saying. I agree with you. I think it's going to be slow, but it's going to be fucked.
I think at the same time, though, with your Netflix example there, the quality of everything else that has gone on Netflix has gone downhill. Because you said, yeah, I mean, their stuff is fantastic, don't get me wrong. But everything else on there is bleh. But
right.
I do kind of see what you're saying with everybody else is going to break away to their own things. I mean, you got Disney breaking away to do their own streaming service. You got some of the other
Everyone
ones
wants
too.
to make their own environment, right? That's
right.
That's what I see.
See, and that's exactly where I see it being a problem, because when you're talking about games, now you have 8 different places you have to subscribe to play the games that you want to play. And I can see where Microsoft is going to have a subscription service, but it's not going to be the whole store. I think it's going to be similar to the Xbox, or to Game Pass, sorry.
So
where
it's going to be a bunch
it's
of
going
EA
to,
accesses?
I think so. That's exactly what I think it's going to be, and I think it's going to really, really fuck up how gamers go about this.
We both agree that's going to fuck shit up.
This is me if I think this is going to play into how you're saying things could or will go down.
Yeah.
This is how I foresee it going if it does go down that path. I don't know if it's going to get that drastic. I think there will be streaming services. I think it might be similar to how you have all of the Xbox exclusives can also be played on PC. I think it's going to be something like that, where Xbox exclusives can be streamed. And then I think it's going to be more something along those lines, and I think there are going to be streaming services. I think you're going to get one from EA. You're going to get one from Ubisoft. I think Bethesda, I think it's going to be one of these things where they scatter your money around so many different places.
And you don't realize that you're paying more for it.
Right. Yeah, and you're going to get fucked. And it's going to be very anti-consumer. It's going to actually, in the long run, end up hurting businesses, because all of these businesses are not going to be bringing in the money that they once were.
No.
And on top of that, if they do have games from other companies, they have to pay them royalties, whatever, but they're going to be smaller. But at the same time, these companies are going to go out, and we're going to end up with, the final three, the big
exactly
three.
What you pointed out,
and they're going
to...
Right, and they're just going to choke themselves out, and the gaming industry will go to fucking shit.
Yeah, and that's what I think is going to happen.
Awful.
That's what I think is going to happen. I think the exact same fucking thing is going to happen for you know, let's call it premium digital media or whatever.
Right.
You know, like you got a great example with Disney, right? Perfect fucking example. Disney owns a shit ton of IP, some of the most beloved IP in the entire world, arguably the mecca of intellectual property, right? And so with them segmenting their own thing, here's the avenue, right? One, I can only get my fucking Disney stuff from there, right? Going forward, if I want to stream it, right? Nowhere else. That's it. Just fucking there. That's it. So they have a gate around it. Mm-hmm. There's two things they can do with it. They can make it, you know, attractive to a consumer at $9.99 or $14.99 to view it if people really want their Disney fix. Which now Disney isn't just Mickey Mouse, right? It includes Marvel, you know, Lucasfilms, stuff that we fucking love. And so, just to your point, yes, you know, you're gonna pay $14.99 for that. You're gonna pay $14.99 for fucking Netflix. You know, what if Universal goes out, makes one for $9.99? Now you've got, you know, NBC Universal under one thing. You get all these stations under it, and yes, to your point, you buy a bunch of these, and it's just fucking shit. And all it does is move fucking money around, and only gives money to certain individuals, and closes the fucking gate on indie studios. Like there's fucking studios, dude, now that have like film studios, and people. Like I've some friends in film, and it used to be you make a film, you go fucking pitch the pilot to like an NBC, an ABC, a Fox, whatever, right? Now, like the customary thing is you go pitch it to like Netflix, because that's the easiest fucking way to get in, and that's it. Mm-hmm. And when you get in, you're not nearly making as much fucking money as you could on Fox or NBC or ABC, but you just have to accept it because that's the fucking thing that's been created, and like that's what I'm saying. And exactly.
But then quality never increases because now you aren't getting the money or exposure that you need in order to produce better content.
So what happens in that instance? People have to die, and then the market shrinks less and less and less. Revenue expands more and more and more for, you know, like the top three, like you said, for the market. And what you end up coming out with is just a couple fucking games a year, an industry that has no creative or innovation the ability for innovation from, you know, a little guy coming into it. You've closed everybody out, and you've basically imploded a fucking industry overnight, you know, because you, over the course of a period of time, because you decided to sequester and segment your own IP into different things.
See, here's the thing, though. Like, for me, the reason why I find this hard to believe that it's going to happen, this is literally the first time I have ever sat down and thought about it to this extent. I have never, outside of you bringing it up in this, which I didn't even know you were going to bring it up. So that's how much of a surprise it was to me, right?
Yeah.
I can sit here, and there are people at these companies that are 10 times smarter than me by a long shot, right?
Oh, both
and
of us, yeah.
I can sit here in a podcast, the first time I hear about it, and say, this is exactly what's wrong with it, and this is exactly what's going to happen if you guys go down this path. Mm-hmm. Why would the people at these companies allow that to happen? I mean, are they just seeing dollar signs or what? Because there's got to be some people that are going to stand up inside this company and be like, that have enough power, not just like people at the bottom, right? Yeah. Like people that have enough power that are going to go, no, that's a fucking terrible idea. That's how we all sink and die. Like, in all honesty, I just don't see how a company could and would do that, because they're shooting themselves in the foot, and it's blatantly apparent. Like,
well, I think so. Two things. One, these companies are publicly traded companies, right? So their whole goal, quarter after quarter after quarter, is to increase revenue on all aspects of all revenue streams, right? And all business units.
Right, but they also have to stay alive.
Correct. But how many companies make a shit ton of money and then go bankrupt also? Like, I mean, that's
fair enough.
Constant thing, right? So my thing, and it fucking sucks, and I totally understand what you're saying. My thing is greed. I mean straight up greed. If you're Microsoft, the Xbox team is sitting there, and the Azure team is fucking salivating, begging the Xbox team, in my mind, to sit there and fucking get streaming going, because it does nothing but boost Azure metrics and allows Azure to look and appear as the number one online streaming service and cloud platform in the world, right? By a long shot with all those devices. Like, there's just so many things that push down on a company like Sony and like these teams inside of these big companies. The Xbox team is a fairly small team within the Microsoft team, right? So all this force pushing in from the guys who aren't on the fucking Xbox team and are in Microsoft and don't really know a fucking lick of gaming. They just want metrics and they just answer to shareholders. They're going to be putting pressure. And ultimately, those are the bosses of the people who are in Xbox. Like Xbox is, be it a great, fantastic business unit within Microsoft, it is not the top tier one, right? It answers to everybody else. Like, when they came out with the Xbox One, they had to list it as
a secret.
Well, they had to list it as a Windows 8 device.
Yeah.
Now it's still listed as a Windows 10 device. Why is that? Because Windows 10 team can then take the fucking metrics and constitute Xbox One technically being a Windows 10 device. It boosts their metrics, makes them look better, makes them look better on the market. You know, like that. It's definitely greed from that side. And the video game industry has fucking collapsed already before.
Yeah.
Like, the only fucking reason why video games are alive is because Nintendo changed the console name to the Nintendo Entertainment System and sold it in the toy aisle, not the electronics aisle. Like, they just fucking chose to sell it in the boys section of the toy aisle.
You know what the good news is?
What?
At least Nintendo will still be around because God knows they aren't jumping on that anytime soon.
No, and this is my thing, right? I don't think all companies are going to do it. I think
it's going to be Xbox and Sony.
Because they constantly play cat and mouse.
Yeah,
like
Xbox
that's
and PlayStation.
They constantly chase each other around. But you're exactly right. You know, they're going to stay back and they're going to do their thing, right? Like, for fuck's sakes, they just came out with an online service.
Dude, I can't wait until we're doing this, 7 years from now.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
And either this happens. Yeah, I hope to God it doesn't happen either.
I don't want this to happen.
Yeah, and fuck, dude. If it's going on, the actual Diggity gaming podcast will probably be gone because we're gonna have to fucking bail, man. We're gonna go to something else. We're doing sports now.
Over the 5 to 6 years, we're gonna have to start spinning up other like Diggity Tech, Diggity Auto.
We need escape plans,
like
man. For when this shit all comes crumbling down.
Well, there's the other thing, right? So, a perfect example recently. You brought up the auto stuff. General Motors is closing plants. Why? People are not buying like sedans, like cars, passenger cars. They're buying fucking SUVs, crossovers, all that because gas is cheap. People can afford it. The economy is doing okay, right? So what does that fucking do to the automotive industry? It literally fucking shrinks it to the point where you only have a couple SKUs of what essentially is the same fucking car stretched out a couple different times. Right, to different lengths.
This is gonna be like how you thought there was just one horse. There's just gonna be one car.
No, not one car. But it trickles down.
There's gonna be truck and there's going to be SUV, and that's it.
Yeah, but it trickles down though, right? Where it turns into becoming the norm. Yeah. If we don't make cars now, and there's an economic collapse, why the fuck would we make cars again? How could we afford to make a new SKU when the norm is now an SUV? And if we can't make 3 SUVs now because my company or the economy is not doing well, I need to make a shitty SUV, just one shitty SUV. And the same goes for this. It's a knockout effect, right? It's just like as soon as you start closing in on this shit, you get greedy. You decide, fuck it, we're not going to innovate. Because essentially, this is what I see from most of these car manufacturers. It's not the fact that people don't want to buy fucking cars. It's all the cars are shit out there. Like, there's not a fucking passenger car that I sit there and go, man, I really fucking want that. That looks like a really beautiful looking car with a lot of cool technological advancements in it. Nobody's innovating. Nobody's doing shit.
No.
And that's
I don't
the thing.
know. I still have such a hard time believing that this is going to happen because at least I don't know a shitload about Sony and PlayStation, right? I mean, I do. Yeah. I know enough, but not to the level that I know Microsoft. And I just, to me, I do not picture something happening to where Bill Gates is going to let Xbox go down. And I understand he's not involved in the daily, day-to-day thing, but you better, damn well he checks on his company all the time, and he's going to check on all the subsidiaries, and there's no way that he is going to let Xbox fucking implode like that. I just don't see it happening.
He's gonna be dead, man.
Wow.
Time that shit happens. Well, fuck, what do you want me to say?
In fucking 10 years?
I don't know, maybe.
He's not going to be dead in 10 years.
Bill Gates
Shit.
doesn't run shit at Microsoft anymore. It's Satya Nadella
No.
that runs it.
Right.
And Satya Nadella is extremely heavy on Azure. Everything fucking Azure. Everyone is focused on cloud services because, again,
right. And I know service. Bill Gates is not in running Microsoft currently, but
yeah.
I mean, he's also still upset. He would be upset, and he has still obviously pull at Microsoft, like right. So I have such a hard time believing that would happen for Microsoft. I don't know Sony's position. I really don't. I don't know.
I think
the
Sony's
heads over there
weird.
And all that.
Like
Sony is kind of goofy. Yeah.
So, I mean, you're talking about a company that makes TVs. You're not talking about a company that's into web services, cloud services, right?
Yeah. But they made TVs and like radios, like speakers and shit.
But this is the thing, right? Everything that we know recently is becoming a service, right? Yeah. Buying a fucking razor now, dude, isn't you go to Walmart with your dad and buy a fucking $8 razor? Like you pay $5 a month and it gets shipped to your fucking door.
I must be so old school because you brought up the buying movies, and I still buy movies, and I have Netflix.
I know some people that buy it.
But
that's the thing. I'm
saying
people buy Netflix as a substitute to not have to buy movies again.
All of the movies, right? Yeah,
right. That's the thing, right? So
I also go and buy razors. So
do
I must be fucking. Am I fucking ancient, Jeff? Like, am I old school as shit?
With those two things, with the market the way it's gone, yeah, like everybody is going to ease, like service based. We're not making goods, right? We're making the service that delivers the good that comes from another country, and in this instance, we're delivering the game straight to the consumer with no need to share the wealth through a physical retailer, distributor, anything like that, right? That's already on the go. But the thing is, right, like I look at music and I look at games honestly as a parallel, and where we're at right now is we have the iTunes store available to us, and we also have the very, very, very early beginnings of what is a Spotify. And most people that I know now, and I know you buy music on iTunes still. Am I correct?
I don't, actually.
Okay, you stopped?
Stopped recently,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, because you kept getting gift cards. Like, we all know that fucking guy that keeps getting gift cards from iTunes, from his family member, from like his great aunt that just doesn't know iTunes is almost dead. But
yeah, I finally said to hell with it. I bought too many albums I only liked like a song on. So.
Right. But this is the thing, right, is people have went, and now people stream. Right? That is the norm. And just like Netflix, where people get into that system, that ecosystem, and there's enough content there where they don't have to think or worry about going and buying another movie. Unless it's something, the odd one that they really want to fucking buy, right? That Netflix doesn't offer. But in this instance now, stuff like Marvel and all that stuff is going to be offered by somebody else for another price. Right? And that's probably going to fuck the movie industry up. Because I guarantee you, Disney is going to build this, and they know that the movie theater thing is going to get fucked up because people are going to buy this and say, well, it's just going to come to my Disney Plus account, in 3 months. Why would I go see it? And that's going to be okay.
I think the market for movies is already fucked up.
It's doing fantastic, actually.
Is it?
Yeah, it has been steady growth, yes, over the last couple of years.
Really?
It's owned by Disney.
Well, yeah,
that's in many ways.
I guess you've had all the Star Wars movies and all the fucking Marvel movies.
Yeah, we've been
and
really
shit. So
lucky,
you're gonna see that. But I feel like everything outside of Disney is very down. But I think Disney just makes up for it because they damn near have a monopoly on it. I mean,
dude,
really,
Disney's an extremely strong company.
Disney's theme parks
are
insane.
Disney's theme parks account for like 35% of its revenue. Its movies are ridiculous. But that's the thing, like, we're just creating these little micro economies, micro environments where we're sequestering our intellectual property or a razor, how we shave, right, on a weekly basis, into this way of life that becomes easier because everything's just organized for us. It's convenient. It's done for us. And what we don't realize is in the meantime, we're not allowing anybody to make a razor and sell it in a Walmart again, because Gillette owns Walmart. At this point in the razor stuff, and if you need to get into the shipment and fulfillment section, by that time it's too late. You've got Harry's and you've got Dollar Shave Club leading the way.
Harry's is at Walmart now. Fella.
Yeah, I know. I started to see that. It's fantastic, and
which is amazing.
Yeah, it's great because you're like, oh shit, I'm out of blades. I need to go pick it up.
Yeah, Harry's.
Shout out.
Razors are fucking awesome.
Yeah, definitely. Would love to team up with Harry's one day for the podcast. Their product's fucking fantastic.
Hint.
But anyways, we'll wrap this up. But regardless, I think
it'll be interesting. I definitely think streaming is going to be the way we go, but I just don't know if it's going to go nearly as drastically doom and gloom as what you kind of imagine there. But if it does start to go that way, I think it's going to be a fucking hellhole. It's going to go down, and it's going to go down hard and fast.
Yes. And like you said, the only people that are going to survive are the people who have not only can have their own environment, because Nintendo is the perfect example of
I fucking love Nintendo.
Of a completely fenced-in environment, but a non-greedy fenced-in environment.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck. They just want to do their own thing, man.
They make good money off their games, but they don't want to stream them. That'd be too greedy on top of that. But that's a perfect example of how you utilize the environment and how you can make them actually work. But yes, I think people are going to get greedy. It's going to kill the fucking game industry. It's going to destroy the fucking thing. And I think in 5, 6, 7 years, you might sit here and be like, wow, people are just playing on PCs. They're not playing on consoles. Because of that. They would have continued to play on consoles, but people got greedy. People fucked it up. And now the only console I play is a Nintendo console.
Right.
And that's it. So, goddamn. We painted an ugly picture.
Yeah, that was very dark.
Got to make this podcast last for the next 5 years. This is going to be one of those things where you and me are both sitting there at E3 now, and we're going to be like, please don't have streaming. Please don't have streaming. Please don't have
no.
You can stream your games. No!
Shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, God.
Anyways, guys, something you can stream, which is a service and a completely locked-in ecosystem brought to you by Amazon, is you can get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial for Audible by heading on over to audibletrial.com/diggity. You get access to over 108,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, your Android, your Kindle, or your MP3 player. So head on over to audibletrial.com/diggity to get your free audiobook download and 30-day free trial. It's an awesome service. It's audiobooks that read to you afterwards. It is a subscription service, much like what we just talked about, and it brings all your books in together, so you never have to buy books ever again, which makes, great. I don't know how to make a book. I don't know what that process is, but I'm sure it's fucking a lot of bookmakers and publishers out there. But that's what Amazon wants to do.
That is really not a good segue to go from what we were just talking about into our sponsors like that. It's a little rough.
It's disrupting it, though.
Yeah. They're pretty good. Yeah.
It's great.
They're, like you said, they're their own thing for the most part. So,
yeah, they've made it. Shit, we could hypothetically release an audiobook, no problem. Yeah. Tomorrow. That's incredible.
Absolutely.
It's great.
Right.
Awesome platform.
It's a healthy environment.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So you can follow us on Instagram at Diggity Podcast. We post on there regularly about news that comes up, as well as when the new episodes of the podcast are up, so you can get all your good Diggity goodness. You can follow me on Xbox. My gamer tag is Maple Jeff. Brody, what is yours?
Luscious Brody.
Best thing you could ever do, best gift you can give this holiday season is the gift of a review. Let me tell you something about a review. Reviews are magical times. They help little children like Brody who just sit on the street and ponder, why is no one give me constructive feedback or criticism upon my podcast? And making one of those dreams come true each day just fills little Brody's heart and puts a sparkle and twinkle in his eye. So you can leave a review. It helps us out 2 ways. 1, spreads the word, the good word of our Lord Diggity. And 2, it gives us a way to read your comments to make the show better, right? Perhaps you guys are like, damn it, guys, can you not talk about how people are going to get greedy and destroy the game industry? I'm depressed now.
Yeah, that was really heavy for episode 25.
Well, yeah, because we weren't arguing with it. We were just being like, why the fuck would they do this? And we're like, well, fuck, like, let's be real.
Yeah.
Like, we want to get the benefit of the doubt, but then we're both like, God damn it, it's probably a good possibility.
It's right fucking there. We've seen it happen.
Yep. So anyways, leaving a review helps out a ton. Like I said, in both those ways. Thank you to those who have already left a review. Much appreciated. And I don't know what the fuck is going on with Nintendo Direct. I don't know when the fuck that is. Brody doesn't either. It was supposed to be end of November. Perhaps it's going to be the start of December. We'll keep you in the loop. Follow us on the Instagram to stay in the loop with that, when that date's going to be coming out. And whenever that's done and has come out, we will do a recap of it on the podcast in a mini-sode. And I guess the biggest thing going forward is really YouTube for us, right? So like the podcast, we'll always do an audio version of the podcast. And just to let everyone, like, I want to give full disclosure to everybody as to what Diggity shapes up to be in the future. But, we will be going to YouTube, video with the podcast on YouTube. But like I said, you'll always be able to reach the podcast just the way you are right now if you want to. If you don't want to watch our faces while you're taking shit on the toilet, I appreciate that. It's fine. You can just listen to the audio version. I'm sure that's what's happening right now. And the person I'm talking to right now that's taking a dump on the toilet listening to us, they're totally looking around right now. Like, Jeff?
No.
Jeff? But anyways, for the mini-sode, hey, depending on when it goes up, maybe we'll do some sort of, watch reaction video or something like that for YouTube, give our first impressions on it after it's done, all that kind of jazz. But it's going to be a little bit of an experimental period with YouTube, and I'm excited for it. I'm excited for Diggity. I guess by year 3 or 4, you're going to start seeing Diggity Tech and Diggity Auto, because we don't know if the game industry is going to fucking implode. So, we just got to take the measures into our own hands at this point. But yeah, we'll get there. Cool. Anything else you got to say, Brody, or no?
I'm good, man.
All right, guys. We will see you for the Tuesday show. See ya.